Hey guys, here's the video for D2. This one's a little different because it's not so much a formula that you use in order to be able to solve it. As you see in the picture, I know the temptation is going to be use Pythagorean theorem or maybe even trig or whatever, but you'll see it's actually a lot easier than that. It's just a weird type of question. So you've got a street light mounted at the top of a 15-foot pole. Okay, street light, I don't know, 15-foot pole. Let's see. It says a man 6 feet tall is walking away from the pole. So I've got a 6-foot man or woman, whatever. Transgender, I don't know, whatever. So a person walking, a 6-foot person walking away. Okay, so the person's walking away. And what else does it say? The speed is 5 feet per second along a straight path. So she's walking at 5 feet per second along that path. And what else does it say? How fast is the tip of his shadow moving when he's 40 feet from the pole? So if this is, let's say this is A. A is 40 feet, right? A is 40 feet. And the tip of the shadow is out here, right? So the shadow is like this. So here's the tip of the shadow. So let's call this B. So this is A, this is B, this is the person, and this is the pole. So the person's walking this way at 5 feet per second. Their shadow is all the way out here, and they want to find the rate at which the shadow is changing as the person walks further and further away. Okay, so that rate is sort of the combination of how fast she's walking and how fast her actual shadow is changing, right? So we have dA dt is 5, we need dB dt, and we can put those two together. Well, how do we relate all of these things? Right? If this is, let's say this is the girl's height, h, and this is the pole. Let's call that P, I guess. So the proportion would be, if you see the two similar triangles here, you've got the triangle for her shadow, and then the hypotenuse here. You've got the pole, the entire length of this base, really, and then the hypotenuse. So we've got P over A plus B, right? So the left side over the bottom equals the left side over the bottom. Equals 6. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to keep it generic at first. Equals H over B. All right, but P and H are constant. So P is 15 over A plus B, and H is always 6 over B, and that's basically your equation. We're trying to find dB dt so that we can combine it with dA dt, and that's really the only thing we're dealing with. The hard part is just interpreting, getting the picture interpreted from the problem, and then, coming up with your proportion. So this becomes 15b equals 6a plus 6b. So 9b equals 6a. We could do it any way you want. We're looking for dB dt, so I'll solve for b. So b equals 2/3 a. So dB dt equals 2/3 dA dt, which is 2/3 times 5. So that's 10/3. So the rate at which the physical shadow from the person is changing is 10/3, was it feet per second? Feet per second. So the tip of the shadow is moving at a rate of 5 feet per second plus the 10/3 feet per second. So dA dt plus dB dt is 5 plus 10/3, which is what, 25/3? 25/3 feet per second. That's the total rate at which the tip of the shadow is changing. Okay? I guess, again, the hard part here is just sort of, I think the setup of the problem isn't so bad, but I think a lot of people get stuck right here, like understanding that it's not just this whole thing is just going 5 feet per second. Okay, as she walks, she's walking at a certain rate, but this rate is changing at a different rate, obviously. Okay? So that should help. I think that might even help you with that other one you asked for. I think it was D5. So why don't you use this, D2, to try to help you with D5 and see how that goes. Okay, obviously, if you still have more questions, I will be happy to answer them. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.